We now come to the award of our honorary graduate. The university has an award in its power which is the highest it can give, which is an honorary doctorate. We give them very carefully and very thoughtfully, and to people we justly think deserve such recognition. So, I will invite Amanda Bright, head of the School of Art, to present Serge Attukwei Clottey. Amanda. Serge.
Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduates, families and friends, it is my honour to introduce Serge Attukwei Clottey. When the university considers awarding honorary degrees, it seeks individuals who have not only pushed the boundaries of their field for the benefit of society more widely, but who also reflect the values that are important to us at Brighton: creativity, sustainability, partnership and inclusivity. Today, we seek to honour such an individual. Serge Attukwei Clottey is a Ghanaian artist known for his work that examines the powerful agency of everyday objects. Working across installation, performance, photography and sculpture, he explores narratives of personal, family and collective histories, often relating to trade and migration. His work has been exhibited internationally, including in the Netherlands, Pakistan and Norway. It was also a major highlight at this year's Brighton Festival, in an exhibition at Fabrica, co-sponsored by the university. Based in Accra and working internationally, he is the creator of Afro-Galanism, an artistic concept that comments on the consumption within modern Africa through the utilisation of yellow gallon containers. In Ghana, jerry cans play a vital role in transporting water in times of drought, but leave behind an environmental catastrophe once the drought ends. They lie discarded by the side of the road, on city dumps and beaches, or they are washed away by the rains to gather and clog up the country's drainage system. Clottey's aim when he uses the jerry cans in art installations is to raise awareness of this crisis and to rouse local communities into action. He cuts the jerry cans into small tiles, shaping them over an open flame, then moulds the different sections together before binding them with wire. He also incorporates other salvage waste items such as discarded electrical goods or wood, bones and shells. The end results are like large tapestries that he calls paintingless paintings. As the founder of Ghana's Go Local Performance Collective, Clottey sees art as a way to transform society. With aspects of activism prevalent in his practice, his works challenge convention and advocate the importance of creativity. A great example of this was a major installation commissioned by Facebook for its HQ. Speaking about the work, Clottey said, "What excites me about the work and the commission is that the work was originally made in Ghana and how many people were involved. Facebook is about community and bringing people together. So the work brought together a lot of people in my community, including those who had never heard of my work, but hadn't seen it before. The whole outside installation and working in public brought a lot of people together. They feel they're part of the work, and I felt joy because it was as if I brought the whole community in Ghana back to Facebook's premises." Through the university's Responsible Futures programme, we are delighted to be working with Serge and the important work he is doing. This has been highlighted by the United Nations Environment Programme, which said, "Sustainability is here to stay. We hear about climate change, waste and pollution every day, and we increasingly hear how people are living in new ways that are good for people and the planet." Serge Attukwei Clottey is one of these new voices, highlighting our plastic waste issue through his art. Today, we celebrate this new voice. Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduates, families and friends, in recognition of his major contribution to the contemporary arts and community development, it is my honour to present Serge Attukwei Clottey for the honorary degree of Doctor of Arts of the University of Brighton.
Oh, well done. Brilliant. Serge, in recognition of your extraordinary work in terms of sustainability and contemporary arts in your community, I'm absolutely delighted to award you the Honorary Doctorate of a Doctor of Art at the University of Brighton. There can be no better place to get one from. Congratulations. Can I take that from you? Yeah. I'll now invite Serge to address the audience. Serge.
Wow. Vice Chancellor, Chair, distinguished guests, graduates, families, and friends. Wow, this is incredible and equally scary. Especially as these are the moments where you realize you are about to forget to acknowledge something, and if you do, you will never go back. Well, where shall I start? Let's start by reflecting upon where it all started. I inherit my father's genes, as he's also an artist too. A painter, actually. I grew up with him and I was exposed to paint, canvas, and brushes since early age. I spent my childhood studying art and painting before I enrolled in Ghanata College of Art. Before I went to college, having worked with my dad in the studio, I already knew how to draw and paint, but I didn't know if there was going to be a career or just a hobby. I had started selling some of my works online. I was spotted by a Brazilian doctor who started buying my pieces 4 years after college. In 2006, she sponsored me to continue my art education at Escola Guinard in Brazil, where I spent 3 months intense enhancing my technique. At that time, it was unusual for a Ghanaian to travel all the way to another country to study. Some of my family members thought I was mad, but my uncle was the one who encouraged me to take the chance, and so I did. Brazil provided me a lot of approach to my work as an artist. So once I returned to Ghana, I decided to break away from traditional painting artwork and venture into more contemporary form of art, experimenting new techniques and using materials that many others dismissed. Some even advanced comments about whether I was producing artists, what I was producing is art or what. But I did not give up. I became even more determined to play differently. New ideas emerged, and I became passionate about the process through which materials relate to history. It was challenging for me then, as what I did was too novel and none of the galleries in Ghana were interested in exhibiting them. So to make money, I had to start painting so that small proceedings generate which would be used to buy other materials to experiment my new work. I have been working with the gallons plastic for more than 15 years. And my Afro-Gallonism practice has been increasingly attracting the galleries and media and mostly academia. At this point, I must acknowledge the role of our organization and their founders who played a fundamental role in my career. These are Atu and Ajua of Foundation for Contemporary Arts, Odile and Kofi Satoji for Nubuki Foundation, Stefan and Rosie Sinkovit for Sinko Club, Marwan Zakem of Gallery 1957, and last but not the least, Professor Novelli of Brighton University for having the gravel roads and under 14 degrees in La Township in her blue suit, corporate suit, which gave me away the rich set of ongoing collaboration with the University of Brighton Responsible Futures Agenda. I am told that my contemporary art practice has influenced social media, economic, and technological change both in La Township and community, and inspire others internationally. What a privilege. Who would know that manipulating waste and plastic would have led to celebrate a career? People talk about the value of my work to rescue youth and vulnerable communities. poverty alleviation in marginalized urban space, communicating radical change, making message, and making art globally and accessible. Performed in traditionally accessible and unexplored locations like La Township. Despite the diversity and advantage posed by provenance from the vulnerable La Township, I have managed to establish myself as a global renowned contemporary artist. And this would have been the same without the fundamental input of my team back in La. They are all bone and marrow of my community-based practice. As the founder of Ghana's Good Local Performance Collective, I see art as a way of transforming social relationship. That's my foundation, the Attukwei Art Foundation. I give back to the La community through school programs, lectures, and by raising awareness about global warming and environmental issues. Following from 360 La Open Studio exhibition on 25th August 2018, raised the national interest from key local community figures, namely La chiefs, king and policymakers, including the Honorable Minister of Tourism and Arts and Culture, seeking to explore how that could be further developed into yearly program events feeding into the national tourism portfolio. I have been actively contributing to the increasing of recognition of the value of the arts for community development in La Township and beyond. Collaboration with colleagues from University of Brighton, I am in the process of developing clear pathways to meet the ambitions for positive urban transformation and sustainability community development in La and beyond. So, I know for sure two things. One is that, although I have never had the opportunity to go to university myself, I was able to use my passion and devotion to rigor to drive me through my journey. I wish you all to find out such a path successfully. Second, I feel that my hope, belief, and determination, despite many adversities such as losing my mom, at a very important point of my life, taught me that hope, beliefs, and determination make today's hardship less difficult to bear. So my message and wish as you walk out of the hall today is to be fearless and believe in what you do, whether that will be, and be humble. Thank you.